Hey, I'm making this video to get something off my chest. Get something off your chest is an expression that we use when something is bothering you and it's kind of making you a little stressed and you want to talk about it. So you want to get it off your chest, right? Because it's on your chest, not literally, of course, but off is the opposite of on. So we want to get it off our chest. We want to talk about it because it's bothering us. So, as you may know, I worked in Costa Rica for about 2 years as an English teacher in an institute. And I was just on Instagram, and a friend that I knew in Costa Rica, she sent me a reel or some picture or something, some sequence of videos and pictures. And it said that Americans or English speakers don't use the phrase, in my opinion. And I watched it and I scrolled through some of the options, some of the alternatives that they gave. And the first alternative was the phrase or expression, in my book.
Your Hall of Fame in my book.
Not long enough in my book, Eddie.
Now, I haven't heard this maybe ever in a conversation. I don't know, because this very specific expression is for a very specific type of personality, some exaggerated personality, some style, right? Some speaking with style. And as I said, I don't think I've ever heard this in a normal conversation. So now we have to ask the question, do people really use this phrase? Is it regional? Is it for a certain personality or something? We don't know. But the point is, it's not real general English that you would use day to day. And this really bothers me, which is why I want to get it off my chest, right? Because this is pushed out by Instagram and by its algorithm. So essentially, the algorithm is your teacher. And that's really bad news because I'm a teacher and I have a responsibility to make sure that you're learning exactly what you need to know. The algorithm doesn't care about you. The algorithm wants you to be confused, to be unsure. Because if you're confused and you aren't sure, then you're less confident. So you're always trying to learn English because you feel like you can't speak or you don't know. You don't know enough expressions, maybe something like that. But my point is, the algorithm is not a teacher, and it shouldn't be. It doesn't have your best interest in mind. That's my job. So now we have a problem, right? Social media is not a good teacher. YouTube is really not a good teacher. I push videos out on YouTube and I have to balance, do I want to make videos for the algorithm and earn more from ad revenue, or do I want to actually help people? And phrasal verbs, in my opinion, is the best way to do that. In my opinion, not in my book, because in my book makes no sense here, right? So I'm saying in my opinion. In my opinion, phrasal verbs are incredible. They're they're in the language structure. They're built into the language. Each particle or preposition, the second word in phrasal verbs, like up, down, on, off, in, out, around, they all have a secret meaning that we know. And that's what I try to explain in my videos, right? And we use them every single day in conversation. They're part of the language. Everybody uses phrasal verbs. Yes, there are idiomatic phrasal verbs. There are phrasal verbs for certain personalities, sure. But we don't really study those. Those aren't very important. The ones that you need to know are the ones that I push out to you on my channel. Because again, we use them every day. Not those little expressions like in my book. So these algorithms are misleading you. And that's very irresponsible. I don't like that. It really bothers me as a teacher. Where are we going with language learning? We have AI trying to teach people. AI is not it's not a human, right? Artificial intelligence doesn't care about you like another human would. So I don't know. I'm going on and on, another phrasal verb, going on about this, and I just keep talking. So quick video, just wanted to get this off my chest, see what you think. Leave a comment if you want to have a discussion about it. And I'm sure most of you feel the same way. Just be careful when you're learning a language. Try to get a teacher. Go to italki or Preply like I show you. If you want to study online, go to a language school, go to a professional. That's what I want to say, because again, the algorithms aren't professional. So I'll end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next lesson.